Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Matlack Messer Stadium on the campus of Earlham College as we bring your final soccer broadcast of the 2018 season. The Earlham women finish out their home campaign today as they take on the Yellow Jackets of Defiance College. This is the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show. Beautiful day here today. We'll see temperatures in the low 50s. Just a perfect day for the final game and honoring two seniors today as well in Lydia Harvey as well as Abby McCullough. The Quakers look to finish out at 2-6 with a win today in conference play. They will not qualify for the upcoming HCAC playoffs, but they can finish in 7th with a win today over Defiance. The Yellow Jackets coming in at 2-13 overall and 2-5 in conference play. When we come back in just a couple of moments, we'll take a look at this Defiance team. Stay right there. This is Earlham Women's Soccer right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you're born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com.
We check 'em better. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle is fully inspected and reconditioned by ASE and factory-trained technicians. And each Better Buy vehicle comes with a Carfax vehicle history report, so you know you can buy a vehicle with confidence. We back 'em better with a 3-day satisfaction guarantee. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified comes with a 3-day or 300-mile satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it within that 3 days or 300 miles, just bring it back and we'll exchange it for a vehicle of equal value. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. We price them better. We have dedicated individuals searching the entire country for the highest quality, lowest price vehicles for our inventory. In today's competitive market, we're constantly monitoring vehicle values to ensure that we're offering the best prices possible. We guarantee that every Wetzel Better Buy vehicle is the highest quality used car or truck around. Our reconditioning process guarantees that you are getting a vehicle as close to brand new as possible, and our warranties back that up.
Welcome back once again to Matlack Messer Stadium. Today's broadcast brought to you in part by Best Western Classic of Richmond. When visiting the Richmond area, there's one clear choice when looking for a place to stay. It's the Best Western Classic. At the Best Western Classic of Richmond, you get the most amenities available, including indoor pool, fitness center, conference space, free buffet breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and of course a clean, quiet, comfortable room. Best Western Classic of Richmond, located at 533 West Eaton Pike. We talked about Defiance coming in just a couple of moments ago, and they've had a rough season. They just can't score, and that's one thing about the Yellow Jackets coming in. 2 of their wins, in fact, the only 2 wins they've had this year have both come in conference play. They come in at 2-13 on the season, and again 2-5 in the conference. When you look at their numbers, they are 1-6 on the road, and to give you kind of an idea, they've scored only 9 goals this year, 1 goal out of conference. Their shot percentage at .078. They only average 7.7 shots per game, only 59 shots on goal this season. That's a .513 shot and goal percentage, and only 25 corners. So you can tell the numbers have been very low this year when it comes to putting the goals in for this Defiance team this year. They are led by Whitney Webb, 3 goals and 2 assists, good enough for 8 points on the season, and also Blake Newman with 3 goals on the year, also 6 points. Keep an eye on another player that'll be a figure for us to watch today. That's Sarah Madras. Madras out of Kalamazoo, Michigan, a balanced player with 3 goals coming to this one today as well. So those are the numbers. Not a whole lot to tell you about, but when we come back, we'll talk about the Quakers and a disappointing year when it comes to the HCAC, but they can finish out with a .500 record overall if they pick up a win today. We'll talk about that coming up in just a couple of moments. This is the pregame, brought to you by none other here than Kevin Shear and Farm Bureau Insurance.
Wish me luck, wish me luck. We've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
We mentioned the Quakers have had a rough year when it comes to the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference, winning only 1 coming in, but they could finish at 2-6 and finish in 7th place if they can pick up a win here today. They are 7-8 on the season, and the last time out, when you look at the Quakers playing here at home, which they generally have played pretty well here at home, their last time against Franklin, they lost to the Grizzlies by a final of 4-1. So they know they'll have to pick things up offensively here today. Quakers with a 3-game losing streak. They are currently at 1.75 goals per game on 28 goals this season. A shot percentage at .139, averaging 12.6 shots per game. But on the defensive side, this is where they really must improve, giving up 3.05 goals per game coming to this one here today. But they do have a balanced attack, and we'll look for that again here this afternoon. Anna Wallhauser leads the team with 6 goals. Nicole Burkett with 5. Burkett may not play today. She had an injury that kept her out of the last matchup. Yana Miller, another player the Quakers are hoping to get going today with 5 goals and an assist. Abby McCullough, the senior, 4 goals and 2 assists. Haley Beal with 5 goals and 1 assist. So, again, very good balanced scoring. It'll come down to goalkeeping again today. Raven McCree gets the start. She has given up so far this year 29 goals, a goals against average at 3.20, and her goals save percentage at .667. Those are the numbers, and the scouting report is behind us. When we come back in just a few moments, we'll get this one underway here this afternoon from Matlack Messer Stadium on the campus of Earlham College, right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Our community, it's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023. Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
Earlham's about getting involved. We have more than 60 student clubs with new ones starting every year. A variety of sports, plays and concerts, parties, trips to nearby cities. Interesting people from all over the world. Earlham College, always engaged.
Back once again here at Matlack Messer Stadium. Thanks for being with us here this afternoon. Our final home matchup. In fact, both the men's and women's schedules will be done after today at home. And then the Quakers will have one final matchup on the road at Manchester coming up on Saturday. And that should be another very winnable match for this Quaker team. They could very well finish with a 3-6 record in conference, playing a nice way to finish out this 2018 season. Yellow Jackets again will be in their all-dark uniforms. In fact, both teams will be in dark uniforms today, so we'll try to distinguish both teams, as Earlham will at least have the white trim on their jerseys, and we'll see Defiance attack from left to right here in the first half, and the Quakers will be right to left. We'll check out those updated standings coming up in just a few moments as well, and give you an idea of what teams will be fighting out for a playoff spot over the last two matchups. In fact, it's pretty clear now that unless Earlham still could maybe have a run at it at 3-6, but again, they'd have to have a lot of help, believe me, the rest of the way in order to qualify for the playoffs. Earlham will have the opening kick. They'll move again right to left, 45-minute halves, as always, here this afternoon, and we're ready to get this one underway. Quakers should be a heavy favorite today just from the standpoint of their offense against a Defiance offense that has struggled this year, and the Quakers will play control soccer early in this one. Aaron Welsh getting the start today for the Quakers. Nicole Burkett will also start, the freshman out of Westfield, Indiana. Hannah Wallhauser, a freshman of Berea, Kentucky, starting today. Of course, we mentioned Lydia Harvey, the defenseman out of Philadelphia, one of the two seniors being honored here this afternoon. Abby McCullough out of Denver, Colorado, played at East High School. She'll get the start as well. Jennifer Doyer, along with Jordan Blackburn, Emma Lady, the junior out of Richmond, Haley Beal, along with Emma Jones, and again, Raven McCree is in goal today for the Quakers. Both teams play at midfield. Quakers look for the ground attack as they'll work it outside the 18, and that ball will go past the end line and out of play as Wallhauser unable to keep up with that one, and it'll be a turnover back over again to Defiance. On the starting side for Defiance today, we'll keep an eye on Cassidy Weiss in fact, she is a local product out of Centerville, Indiana, and the freshman getting the start today in goal for Defiance. Also, Malia Ferry starts. We'd mentioned earlier in the pregame about Sarah Madras out of Kalamazoo, Michigan, a junior, also starting today for the Yellow Jackets. Lauren Perry, Whitney Webb out of Troy, Ohio, Lauren Oglesby, along with Katie Seddix. Jordan Furco gets the start. Natalie Shingler, Maddie Brown, along with Kat Wicker, and Blake Newman will be a player to watch coming off the bench today. Newman with 3 goals, tying Whitney Webb for the team lead for the Yellow Jackets. Quakers have a throw-in right in front of their own bench. Quakers trying to get on the board early, set the tone for this one as this ball now into the 18. Defiance trying to clear that one out as Maddie Brown out of Toledo, Ohio, there to get it out of the box. And now we'll see the Yellow Jackets on the counterattack as they'll work it back toward midfield. Quakers on the backside have Emma Jones, the defenseman out of Greenwood, Indiana, played her high school soccer at Center Grove. As that ball into the attacking third now for Defiance, and Earlham trying to gain control deep in the corner. It will go out of play, last touched by Lydia Harvey. Harvey honored before the game along with Abby McCullough. Again, the only 2 seniors, as head coach Chad Harden will have a really good group of players coming back next year to add to a recruiting class. As that ball thrown in just outside the 18 here for the Yellow Jackets. and that'll be Kat Wicker, as that ball again will go out of play, and we will have our first corner of the day. This one will be for the Yellow Jackets, and it will be Kat Wicker who will have the corner. We have a rare day of very little wind here. That's a low line drive kick and not a good corner by the Yellow Jackets. That ball goes behind the goal, and so a missed opportunity early for the Yellow Jackets on their first corner. And again, they don't come into this lineup here today with a whole lot of corners underneath their belts, and they must take advantage of all the corners they have here this afternoon. We mentioned no wind here today, and that's been a rarity over the last couple of weeks. We've battled some really heavy winds, but today it's a picture-perfect day for soccer. Here's Emma Lady across the midfield line, and now the Quakers in the attacking third. Good look at Burkett on the left side, and that'll be an offsides, I believe, unless it's a foul call against Defiance. It looks like it may be just that. So a foul against the Yellow Jackets. Abby McCullough will have the kick just to the left of the 18. In fact, just a few feet outside that wall is a three-person wall that'll be backed up. And you generally will see the players getting into the wall trying to cheat by, I'd say, a few feet, but now they'll back them up, and this should be a pretty good angle now for Abby McCullough. Ball put into play inside the 18, the header, and the Quakers get the first goal of the afternoon. That's going to be number 17, Jordan Blackburn. Or was it Wallhauser? They're going to say it's Wallhauser. Blackburn there, but they're going to say Wallhauser with the goal number 9 for the Quakers, and it's 1-0 here in the opening half of play. So Hannah Wallhauser, the freshman out of Berea, Kentucky, with the first goal, and the Quakers get on the board here in the opening half of play. Defiance will have it now. Down 1-0 is Whitney Webb on the attack outside the 18. A right leg on the strike, just in between the legs of the keeper and Defiance. Let's see if they're going to count that goal. That might be one of the stranger goals of the year, as Raven McCree had that ball go between her legs, but they're going to wipe it out and say it is not a goal. So take that, what would have been a rather strange goal. The ball went in between Raven McCree's legs, and the officials wipe it off as the Quakers come back on the counterattack to the near side with Emma Lady. We will stay at 1-0 here in the first half as we're under the 40-minute mark. We mentioned that might have been one of the stranger goals we would see all season long if that gets by Raven McCree. As Raven starting again today in goal, the Quakers still have the injury situation with a couple of their keepers here this afternoon. There's the redirect by Blackburn, and the Quakers will have it now. Haley Beal to the right side. Here come the Quakers again in the attacking third. Ground attack to the far side outside the 18. Battling down in the corner is Malia Ferry, as the Quakers very aggressive on their offense here early. In fact, that is Wallhauser again. That ball toward the keeper and picked in midair that time by Cassidy Weiss. Weiss puts good distance in this ball as it'll go into the Earlham half and out of play on the near sideline. And looks like the Quakers will have a throw-in from the spot of where it went out of bounds, and that'll be Emma Jones. Here's Blackburn on the near sideline, goes out of play, and we'll see Whitney Webb, the junior out of Troy, Ohio, on the throw-in, and the Quakers in the corner will knock this one out of play. That's Abby McCullough there again for Earlham. And now they will change personnel and who will throw it in. This will be Natalie Shingler, who will have the throw-in very deep in the corner. Not a real good angle here on the throw-in for Defiance. There's McCullough with the redirect header back toward the sideline, and Earlham able to come away with it once again. This will be Emma Jones trying to advance it up the near sideline, and a whistle. That'll go against the Yellow Jackets. As of today, Hanover is 7-0. In the final two matchups, they have not clinched a top spot in the conference playoffs yet. Mount St. Joe right behind them at 6-0-1, so there's just a 1-point difference between those two teams. Rolls-Hulman is 5-2, Franklin at 5-2, Transylvania at 4-2-1. So Rose and Franklin both with 10 points. As you see, the Quakers past midfield on the attack now to Blackburn. And then, of course, Defiance, Earlham at 2-5 and 1-6 respectively. The only two teams yet to win a game this year, Bluffton and Manchester, both at 0-7. Quakers will keep it in the Defiance half. Down opportunity for the Quakers again inside the 18. The right leg strike no good by Wallhauser again, as the Quakers try to make this an early 2-0 lead in the first half. And Wallhauser very active on offense for the Quakers here this afternoon as we're under the 37-minute mark here in the first half. Quakers trying to snap a 3-match losing streak. The last time they got a win was right here at Matlack Messer Stadium when they knocked off Bluffton by a final of 2-1, and then they went into a stretch where they were outscored 16-2 in their next 3 matchups, as that ball will go out of bounds, and the Quakers will have a corner themselves for the first time here this afternoon. Quakers ended up going on the road to Rolls-Hulman, losing that one 6-0. Lose to Anderson 6-1 before being beaten by Franklin here at home by a final of 4-1. Corner again for Earlham. This will be Wallhauser. The wave will come from the top right, and that ball inside the 18. Here's Beal trying to get a leg on it, cannot do so. There's the left-footed strike, no good, as that's going to be wide to the right, as Lydia Harvey missing that one, as Cassidy Weiss had a good angle on that one in the upright to the right side. So now we'll see a goal kick, though doing the kicking this time will be Maddie Brown. And the ball will come all the way back out to midfield and beyond. And now the Yellow Jackets trying to go on the counterattack, and that's going to be stopped pretty quickly by Jennifer Doyer. And a whistle against the Yellow Jackets, and Earlham will have a throw-in on the far side. Good look at Harvey once again to put it in play, and that'll be Aaron Welsh. Quick takeaway now by Kat Wicker for the Yellow Jackets. Goes out of play again, and it will be a throw-in once again for the Yellow Jackets. They're going to try to go down the sideline. Doyer there again. Quakers able to return it, and then Jordan Furco there onto the header redirect, and it goes out of play again. The Quakers with Lydia Harvey unable to keep the attack going. Another quick throw-in. Nothing there for the Yellow Jackets, as Lydia Harvey able to get the takeaway, and the ball comes back past midfield. Quakers trying to go on the counterattack once again, and Defiance will return it back into Earlham territory, and the Quakers there as well. Always seems to be on the backside, Lydia Harvey, playing that midfield defense as well as anybody in the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference. Now redirect out front to Blackburn. As we go back and forth, there's another redirect, and both teams unable to get control of the ball here until Emma Lady's able to knock it down in midfield. Emma looking ahead, and now a foot race toward that loose ball, and coming up for the Quakers, Nicole Burkett, and the ball be picked up there by Cassidy Weiss. Weiss, the quick outlet to the near side, and here come the Yellow Jackets. But again, defensively, that's McCullough on the backside. Raven McCree getting out of the box, and boy, you got to be careful there to get back quickly just in case your team doesn't come up with a loose ball, and Raven gambling that time. And the Quakers able to come away with it once again. We'll go back to midfield. Here comes Earlham. Here's Emma Lady to the near side. Down in numbers, but Lady with the left foot, and that'll be picked up on one hop there by Cassidy Weiss. Probably the only other choice that time for Emma might have been to come back to the middle, as that ball comes back past midfield. And the Yellow Jackets on the attack themselves. Here's Webb. Webb trying to maneuver. Ball taken away. Good defense by Emma Jones, and the Quakers back on possession. The ground attack to the near side into the attacking third. just outside the 18. Good look now for Burkett. Looks to the middle, and it's going to be cleared again to the near side as the Yellow Jackets, their middle defense doing the job as well. That was Katie Sedich there for the Yellow Jackets. And again, the ball will go out of play on the near side as we come up on the 32-minute mark here in the first half. Quick throw in now for Defiance. Lauren Perry out of Northwood, Ohio, a junior. This is a relatively young team for the Yellow Jackets as well. The Quakers just with 2 seniors, and you look up and down the roster for the Yellow Jackets, they do not have a senior on the entire roster. We have a corner now for the Yellow Jackets. They're going to play it safe and play it in off the corner. Nice move to the inside, and that ball struck across the box. Off the right leg, looked like that might have been Wicker there for the Yellow Jackets, and we have a whistle and a foul going against Defiance, and the Quakers go back on offense. Quakers again will finish out their season in Manchester on Saturday. If you're planning on going, it is a 1 o'clock start time. Talk about a team that has struggled this year. Manchester 0-17 as Raven McCree with the right leg. That ball goes out of play on the far side, so not a good goal kick that time for Raven. Earlham on top 1-0 here in the first half. Throw in now for the Yellow Jackets. Well, they played it very safe again. Not much of a throw-in. That was Ferry on the throw-in, but went very short, and it really produced nothing at the Quakers able to get a takeaway and back into the Defiance half. Nicole looking ahead, and that's going to be an offsides either way as Emma Lady on the run. It was picked up by Cassidy Weiss, who came outside the box to pick it up in the 18, so nothing there for the Quakers, and now the Yellow Jackets will put it back into play. And now they're going to bring it back and give it over to the Quakers. So something there again called against the Yellow Jackets will give the Quakers the possession just inside the midfield line, and Earlham has a free kick right here. A lot of bodies just outside the 18. Line drive kick and 50-50 ball, and that will be redirected again in the right foot out front at the midfield circle. And here come the Yellow Jackets once again. Nothing there as the Quakers right there at midfield. Lydia Harvey sending it all the way back inside the 18 to Cassidy Weiss. Weiss wasting no time to get it back into play, trying to get the attack going to the near side with Whitney Webb. Quakers there again across the midfield stripe, and once again, here's Emma Lady. Lady looking ahead to Burkett. Burkett, a one-on-one battle to the near side with Maddie Brown. Ball placed inside the 18, and the right leg strike that time of number 17, Jordan Blackburn. Not a clean strike for Blackburn. Easily picked up by Weiss and sent back to midfield. Blackburn again with a takeaway as the Yellow Jackets unable to establish an attack on that last possession. Get it back, and Doyer with the redirect header back toward midfield. We will see a change for the Quakers coming up. Yana Miller, the sophomore, about ready to check into the Quaker lineup. That'll give them another offensive weapon. Here's Emma Lady near side with the right leg. One bounce, and Cassidy Weiss will scoop that one up off one hop. That would have been a tough one that time for Emma Lady, just the angle of where she was trying to kick against her body, too, from the right leg. There's a nice takeaway. Taking that one is going to be Shingler. She sends it ahead on the near side, goes out of play, and they'll say it was last touched by McCullough. Quick throw in. That's Lauren Perry. Quakers again there defensively. Haven't given up a whole lot here today possession-wise as McCullough able to return it back to midfield. Here come the Quakers on the ground attack past the midfield line, but the ball comes loose in the circle and returned again by Malia Ferry. And another return, and we'll see this ball come all the way back to midfield where Haley Beal will send it to the far side. Quakers Once again, their ground attack heading the other way. Their counterattack will send it outside the 18, deep in the corner. It's going to stay in play up until the very last moment, and it eventually goes out of bounds. And we'll have another corner here for the Quakers. Yana Miller will have to wait yet a little bit longer. Now there for the Quakers, Wallhauser. See if she's going to be the one that will take the corner as she is coming out. Let's see, it will be Wallhauser coming out of the lineup. And that means we'll see. They're going to bring that back. They weren't quite ready for that yet. Maybe Wallhauser was coming out. She set the ball down and walked away from it. Now we mentioned Miller is in, so Miller will be at the top. And now Wallhauser, after the redo, will put it inside the 18. Beal with the header, missing it. And the ball still in Earlham possession to the very last moment. Nice takeaway there by Webb and a whistle. That'll go against the Yellow Jackets. And Earlham will have a free kick from the spot of the foul. Earlham wasting no time. Here is Emma Lady. That shot knocked down, and then a collision inside the 18. Lady tries it again with the left leg, and eventually will be knocked out of play as Maddie Brown, the freshman out of Toledo, Ohio, unable to keep it in play. And the Quakers will now move to the other side and have another corner here in the first half of play. Quakers will have the wave from the top, several players inside the 18, but not a very good corner as Miller didn't strike it as well as she had hoped to. We've seen two corners where the ball barely even leaves the ground. And one by Defiance, one by the Quakers and Yana Miller. That is McCullough sending it back into Defiance's end, and we'll see the Quakers try to go back on the attack one more time. Stopped by Katie Sedich. Quakers come back again with Lydia Harvey to the far side. It did go out of bounds, and so we'll see Defiance with a throw-in. And they have not had a good day on the throw-in. It's been very short and really doesn't get them going in their offensive attack. And there's Doyer again to stop that throw-in. Perry was there, but the Quakers get a takeaway, and here comes Earlham again. That ball went behind Emma Lady. Taken away by the Yellow Jackets, but Blackburn and now Beal for the Quakers. As that ball goes past midfield, Earlham trying to attack the right side. Harvey will see that one go out of play. Last touched by Madras for Defiance. And Earlham another throw-in. Once you get past midfield, the Yellow Jackets there defensively get another takeaway. Blackburn, a little shoving match with Whitney Webb trying to get possession. And that ball will now sail in the air to the near side, should say the far side. And now the Quakers get another takeaway and will dump it behind. Doyer, middle field. Here's Welsh. Welch now to Blackburn. Quakers have numbers here. They can get the ball ahead. Yana Miller can't come up with it. She's playing right in the middle there for the Quakers and unable to bring it down. Here's McCullough sending it back to the near side. It'll be Emma Lady who plays this left side very well. Trying to get it back to the middle looking for Blackburn. And coming up for the Quakers will be Emma Jones. She goes down on the pitch. And the ball goes out of play, and it'll be a throw-in for the Quakers. Emma Lady trying to get an advantage, but they'll bring her all the way back to midfield. On the throw-in, the redirect header by Webb again. Quakers able to take it away one more time. Here is Emma Lady on the left of the 18. Looks to center that ball. Blackburn one-on-one. Ball will go into the 18 and quickly back out, but Blackburn waiting for it. Will strike that one with the right leg. It'll go past the 18, and Cassidy Weiss able to pick it up on the far side. Nothing there for the Quakers as we come up on the 23-minute mark here in the first half. 1-0 Quakers. Wallhauser with the goal early in this one, and that's where we stand in this second of the last contest of the regular season. There's Welsh. Once again, it'll be Haley Beal to the far side. Earlham trying to work it back to the middle. That'll be hit by Welsh. Not a bad ball, but Nothing there really for the Quakers. Lady sends it back again to Welsh, back to Lady, and it gets by Emma. And the ball now to the near side where Shingler will find her teammate Webb. And now the redirect once again by Perry. But nobody is there for the Yellow Jackets as Earlham on that backside defense able to get a takeaway, bring it past midfield. Here's Miller back to Lady. Lady unable to chase that one down as it rolls all the way to the end line, and it'll be kicked out of bounds. And the Quakers again with another throw in here on the near side. That'll be Blackburn. Quakers play it safe to the outside. Here's Emma Jones. Here's Beal. Beal gets knocked down. That'll be a foul. Easy call by the official as Furco will pick up the foul, and the Quakers will have a free kick from the spot, and that'll be Abby McCullough. Quakers line up everyone pretty much to the right side other than one player, Emma Lady, to the left. You can see her here to the left of your screen, so the wall backed up a little bit again, and here is McCullough. Nice chip shot into the 18, but nothing there as it goes back outside. And that will be against the Quakers, and we'll turn it back over again to the Yellow Jackets. And a kick here from the spot of that foul. Go back over to Defiance. Once they get the shoe tied, we're ready to go. This will be Maddie Brown. Coming up on 21 minutes here in the first half. Line drive kick. There's Blackburn for the Quakers, and here comes Earlham again, back into the attacking third as they'll try to work it up the right side. Wallhauser on the ground attack. She goes down, ball in the 18. Miller can't come up with it, and is still loose, and once again Wallhauser with the left leg, no. And Defiance able to clear it one more time. That's Oglesby. Ball will come back out to midfield, and Doyer there for the Quakers able to stop that attack as it goes out of bounds right in front of the Yellow Jacket bench, and the Quakers have a throw-in from that spot. Here's Lydia Harvey. Now to Doyer. In the Earlham half, Earlham will play controlled behind, and will work it now to the near side. This will be Emma Lady. Lady looking to see what's down the middle. Was Yana Miller was there. Good defense by the Yellow Jackets. It was Stedich able to knock it down, and now the Yellow Jackets in the attacking third, deep down in the corner, and Doyer is there. It eventually goes out of play, last touched by Madras, and the Quakers get it back. We'll have a goalie kick here by McCree. So far, again, you can follow live stats as we go today on Gorlam.com, but not a whole lot to tell you about when it comes to the Yellow Jackets. They just haven't had much to go with on offense, and again, that has been their Achilles heel this year, just the inability to get in scoring position. And the left leg by Whitney Webb is going to be ricocheted to the far side and eventually will go out of play. The Quakers the last to touch it, and a quick throw-in that'll go deep in the corner, and again, nothing there on the throw-in for the Yellow Jackets. It's kept in play. Good job by Lydia Harvey up until the very last moment when it went out of bounds. And another throw-in by the Yellow Jackets. Doyer may have touched that one. Let's see if the official says it was not touched. So good news for the Quakers. They'll get the possession back as apparently Jennifer able to pull her leg back just in time. And again, we'll have another goalie kick by Raven McCree. Raven actually pretty good at the goalie kick. When she gets a decent strike like that one, she can send it past midfield, and this could put the Quakers in position if they can get the ball. And that ball again sent back as Doyer now facing up against Lauren Perry for the loose ball, and we continue to go back and forth. Now we'll come to the near side. Here is Emma Lady. Lady again will always keep her head up, eyes up, looking for an opening, working it back to the middle now to Welsh. That ball chipped ahead to Yana Miller, and that's going to be an offsides against the Quakers. Now Miller's had a couple of opportunities. That one again, the Ball too far down for her to get to. It would have been an offsides either way, but she was in the middle of the one attack about 3 possessions ago, and Earlham unable to get it to her. The ball went behind her as Earlham was unable to get the attack going again. So now we'll see the Yellow Jackets on the free kick. Good ball into the Earlham half. Here's Miller's. The ball comes to the circle, and a Miller looking to the right side. Here's Beal. Beal will have Wallhauser. Wallhauser wisely looking ahead to see what was coming. Here's Beal inside the 18. It eventually cleared out of there by Sedich. Once again for the Yellow Jackets. Quakers had a good look once again, unable to score here in the first half. Their second goal of the afternoon. That's going to be McCullough. That will hit off the leg of Webb. Quakers back on defense, and they will have to hurry as the Yellow Jackets inside the 18. McCree comes out, dives and picks up the loose ball. And McCree, what a nice job by Raven McCree. And let's see how they're going to score this one. I'm trying to see who the player was that came charging in against McCree. Looked like it was number 6. That was Lauren Perry. But it was Perry who came in the collision with Raven McCree, and Raven did a great job of holding on to that ball. Had one getaway early, but not this time, as McCree holding tight outside the 18. Quakers and the Yellow Jackets fighting for the loose ball, now past midfield and returned once again in the Earlham half. Doyer now deep in the corner and will eventually go out of play. It'll be Quaker ball who will put it back into play here late in the first half as we come up on the 16-minute mark in the first half of play. Well, the nice thing about today, as we said, with the nice day we're having, players don't have to battle the elements, which has been rather rare this year, either windy, rainy, or whatever the case may be, cold day. But today, you're going to get just nothing but pure soccer and no elements to have to worry about it all, as the Quakers unable to clear that one out. That'll be struck wide to the right. McCree watching that one go deep. That was the right leg again of Kat Wicker. And McCree will have another goal kick here as we continue to tick away in the first half. Raven has played. Of course, we talked about her numbers coming in. I don't think she's a natural goalkeeper, but the Quakers have had an emergency need for her to play goal. And overall has really done a pretty decent job considering not playing keeper coming in. She's more of a forward for the Quakers. Here's Earlham outside the 18. That's Emma Lady. Gets knocked down to the pitch and quickly gets back up. No foul there. And the Quakers again from behind. Here's McCullough sending it deep. Here's Emma Lady, and she's going to be offsides as well. So the Quakers have had 2 or 3 offsides already here in the first half, unable to get a break. And they'll go back over again to the Yellow Jackets. And we're coming up on the 14-minute mark here in the first half. That's a line drive kick past midfield. Beal trying to bring it down. Also, Oglesby there for the Yellow Jackets. Very active again on the near side. Emma Lady going back toward the middle, and that's going to go against the Quakers. This is Natalie Shingler out of Huntington, Pennsylvania on the throw-in. Quakers trying to defend there with Emma Jones. Jones goes down. Ball goes out of play, and it'll last be touched by the Quakers. And once again, Defiance. Here is Lauren Perry. Perry against McCullough, and McCullough will kick that one out of play. And for the Yellow Jackets, they will have a corner, but they just put it in play to the near side. That ball centered on top of the box and quickly knocked away. Good defense by the Quakers. Once again inside the 18, cleared by Harvey to the far side. This will give Earlham's defense a chance to regroup. And we've got a couple of changes coming in for the Yellow Jackets. Number 21, Blake Newman. We mentioned Newman coming off the bench, 3 goals this year. The Quakers coming back with Emily Bissard out of Lawrence North High School. Bessard will be easy to spot as she has dyed her hair hot pink. Now the Yellow Jackets trying to attack on the far side, deep in the corner again. Good defense there by Lydia Harvey. Harvey able to get the clean takeaway. Now the ground attack for the Quakers. They're looking back toward the middle. Leading the way, Bessard past midfield. We'll go back and forth again around the circle. Neither team getting an advantage here, and the whistle against the Yellow Jackets. So now the Quakers, a quick tap there by McCullough. Looking for Welsh. Quakers trying to attack on the right side. Wallhauser, who had the goal earlier, off of the throw-in now to Aaron Welsh. Quakers unable to get it clean as Beal goes down, and they're going to get the Yellow Jackets on the foul. Beal took the shot that time, and we'll have a free kick from the spot of the infraction. What the Quakers will do right here, if they have the kick, they're going to make a move back, and Defiance again had 3 players right outside the 18, and they'll go ahead and move them back again. Always curious why the players think they can get that kind of an advantage, but the official always makes a move back no matter what, as McCullough will have the kick from the right. Again, all kinds of bodies in the box. Here's an opportunity as it's inside the 18. Here's Bessard. Bessard trying to keep the ball away from Shingler. Bessard once again to the near side as she'll take the pass from Emma Jones, and it goes out of play. And the Quakers with a turnover here again in the first half. Well, with Defiance getting Blake Newman in, the junior out of Jackson, Michigan, it'll give them one more scoring threat here in the first half. Good ball past midfield. Blackburn got a right leg, able to knock that one down, looking to Beal in the middle. And once again, Wallhauser, being the aggressor, able to come up with a takeaway, and this one will go all the way down to the box, picked up there by Cassidy Weiss. And again, Weiss will put it into play, but not a good kick. We'll battle for it at midfield. Coming away with it with the left leg is Shingler. Doyer just across midfield, able to return it into the Defiance half, and we'll go back the other way again as we continue to go back and forth. Neither team establishing an attack on that possession. Ball goes out of play on the far side. Here is a throw-in. And again, the Yellow Jackets have not had a whole lot of luck on a throw-in at all. It's been very short. There's another one that is going to be short. Aaron Welsh is there for the Quakers, but Welsh thought that it was last touched by Lauren Perry. The official said that Welsh touched it, so another throw-in by the Yellow Jackets. Quakers can play this throw-in very, very tight, and they have for most of the day, as Earlham tried to get it back to the midfield to Bessard. Here come the Yellow Jackets outside the 18 to the right. Scoring opportunity again for the Yellow Jackets just outside the box, and Earlham able to get it out of there. There is Emma Jones for the Quakers. Still unable to clear it out of the attacking third, and we'll go back again for the Yellow Jackets. Down 1-0, trying to do it one more time for the right side. That one centered once again. Doyer may have gotten a right leg on it, as it's deflected to the far side. And here's Wallhauser now for the Quakers. She will take a shot from Furco, and the ball goes out of bounds as Furco goes down on the pitch as well. And the Quakers have a throw-in. Beal unable to come up with that possession as Ferry able to take that one away, and it goes out of play one more time, almost in the same location as the last throw-in here for Harvey. So 8 minutes now remaining here in the first half. The Yellow Jackets once again will have a kick from the spot of that foul, right at midfield. Ball inside the 18, right to the awaiting arms of Raven McCree as it got inside the box. That's one of the better positions that the Yellow Jackets have had today to try to get a goal on the board, as we'll go into the Yellow Jackets half, as that ball will be scooped up again by the Centerville graduate Cassidy Weiss. And Weiss again, good kick this time all the way back to midfield. Backside defense by Jones. As it crosses midfield, Quakers can't get Blackburn in position to come away with it, and a whistle against the Quakers. And this ball will be again right past the midfield line. In fact, it'll stay right at the spot of the foul, and now the Yellow Jackets will put it in play. Line drive kick inside the 18, then it'll bounce out front. Blackburn there, Beal there, Doyer will clear it out, not far enough, and this one lifted by the long shot, top of the 18, picked up by Raven McCree. Not a real good strike there. Looked like that may have been Jordan Furco. And another good ball, again by McCree, all the way past midfield. Here's Beal. Beal looking ahead. Bessard, and guess what? Another offsides on the Quakers. Quakers have had several of those here in the first half. Coach Harden talking to his team from the sidelines, trying to make sure that they stay in position not to get another offsides, as Maddie Brown sends this one into the Earlham half back to the midfield circle, as Beal trying to get it away from Webb. And now the Yellow Jackets will attack from the far side. Madras will have that one go out of play, but I think it was last touched by the Quakers. They will say it was Harvey who touched it last. And a change now for the Quakers. Samantha Zendrowski will come in, the sophomore out of Crown Point. We will have a throw-in now for the Yellow Jackets. Doyer going down on the turf as she's trying to gain position. That one struck, and in the redirect on the header is going to be wide to the right. That header by Lauren Perry. And the Yellow Jackets come up empty again on this possession. Another goal kick with just over 5 minutes remaining here in the first half of play. Raven has struck the ball well today, this time more of a placement. She had several players to choose from here on the near side, and the ball goes out of play as the Yellow Jackets get back on defense. And here is a throw-in by Emma Jones. Ball will be redirected back into the corner. Jones with the right leg, and again, Defiance keeping it at Earlham's half. Bessard with the right leg, and that will go out of play. And a throw-in now for the Yellow Jackets here, Shingler. That's one of their better throw-ins here today, as looked like they decided to let Shingler throw it in instead of the player we'd seen earlier in Perry, who really didn't have any distance on her throw-ins at all. As, again, the Yellow Jackets will stay in the Earlham half as they go back on the counterattack to the near side. Good move to the outside once again. There is Miller on defense. We go back and forth inside the 18, and that one's going to go wide of the box, and there's McCree off the second attempt by 21, Blake Newman. We just talked about Newman a couple of moments ago. One of the leading scorers, but she comes off the bench here today for the Yellow Jackets, and the ball sent deep once again past midfield by Raven McCree. Quakers unable to keep the possession again. Far side now to Harvey, trying to work it up the right sideline. Eventually will go out of bounds. Last touched by the Yellow Jackets, and now Earlham trying to work it back toward the middle. Looking ahead here in the box, and the left leg, and I think we may have another one. Quakers offsides again, and it may have been Madras again on the near side, or was it Bessard? It's going to be Bessard, Emily Bessard, the freshman out of Lawrence North. That's her second offsides here in the first half. Line drive kick all the way to midfield, returned by Zendrowski. Still in the attacking third, but Quakers don't have the possession. Here is Emma Jones on the near side. It goes out of play. We are under now the 3-minute mark here in the first half. Still 1-0. The early goal by the Quakers. That has been it today. Once again, Defiance just outside the 18. Good takeaway. Here's Welsh trying to go back on the counterattack as we'll go past midfield. Both teams jockeying for the ball there. One of those for the Quakers was Wallhauser. And Earlham again with Miller. Miller tried to sidestep the defender, Oglesby. And that's going to be a foul on Miller as Oglesby goes down on the pitch. And now the Yellow Jackets just inside the midfield line with a free kick as the Quakers go back on defense. And Yellow Jackets now will try to get on the board here in the first half. A good line drive kick will land just outside the 18. Ball will be tapped just again toward the end line, and now outside the 18 for the Yellow Jackets. Quakers able to clear to the far side, and it goes out of play. But that last ball was again just outside the goalie box as well, and the Quakers able to help Raven McCree get back on defense and able to stop any scoring threat one more time. And now the Yellow Jackets will have a free kick. This will be Maddie Brown. Fisher will make the Quakers move their wall back a couple of feet as Maddie Brown will have that kick from the left of the 18. Let's see how this will be played by both the Quakers and the Yellow Jackets. Another good ball inside the box, off the upright to the left, and eventually goes out of play. Well, that's really about as close as you're going to get because it hit the upright to the left.
1 minute.
And you hear the 1 minute warning for both teams right here as Raven will now have a goal kick, and this one nearly tied at one apiece. Raven this time is going to play it safe as she goes deep in the corner, and the Quakers will try to waste the rest of the time as it goes out of play and a throw-in. Earlham not wanting to give up anything here late in the first half, and they just about did off that kick from the far side. Here's Bissard at midfield. Bissard just wants to try to clear it out of there and get the time off the clock. As we are down to the final 20 seconds, here comes Earlham again. Here's Bissard, no offsides this time. Now deep in the corner, Bissard. One more chance for the Quakers. Bissard moving toward the end line. Good ball back toward the middle, but it's going to be deflected and knocked back to the outside, and that is going to do it for the first half. We have made it to halftime. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, it is Earlham 1, Defiance 0. We'll come back with those first half numbers coming up in just a few moments. Stay right there. This is Earlham Women's Soccer on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Shaw, Armstrong, Craft Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond. After the unexpected, expect us. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance of Fayette, Rush, Union, Decatur, and Shelby counties. Auto, home, life, renters, farm, crop, and business coverage. Coverage you need in a language you know. We take customer satisfaction seriously and don't take a cookie-cutter approach to your coverage. For more information, call 800-723-3276 or go to their website, in.farmbureau.com.
Hey, this is Steve, and out at Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto, in business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians, and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf, and I approve this message.
Little Sheba's Restaurant and Zini's Place. Come join us in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue or at our newest location in Centerville at 129 East Main Street. Grab one of our gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, plus more in our smoke-free environment. 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home. Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, mancinosofrichmond.com.
We have now made it to halftime. 1-0, a clean sheet so far here today for Raven McCree, though she did have a couple of very close calls in the first half, and especially what was potentially the game-tying goal that ended up going just off to the upright on the left with just under 2 minutes remaining. They would have tied this one at one apiece. And by the way, when we get to the numbers here at halftime, a very even first half. In fact, you look at some of the numbers, Defiance right there with the Quakers. And again, this is a Defiance team that has struggled in scoring this season. Today's game being brought to you in part by your Richmond area Subways. Each day of the week, you can get a different 6-inch sub with no artificial flavors or colors, only $3.50. Every Monday, the sweet onion chicken teriyaki, Tuesday, the oven-roasted chicken, and Wednesday, the turkey breast. Treat yourself at Subway. 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh. Here are the team numbers, and then we'll run down the lone goal coming up in a couple of moments. In shots, Defiance with 5, Earlham with 6. In shots on goal, Defiance 2, Earlham 4. In saves, Defiance with 3, Earlham with 2. Each team with 3 corners in the first half. And get this number here. No offsides for Defiance. The Quakers offsides 7 times in the first half. Defiance with 8 fouls, 5 fouls for the Quakers, and no yellows, no reds in the first half. In the individual department, Lauren Perry, 2 shots, 1 shot on goal. Jordan Furco, 1-1, and Blake Newman, who came in, only played the last 16 minutes of the first half, 2-0. For the Quakers, and it was Anna Wallhauser with the nice first half, 2 shots on goal, picked up the only goal of the afternoon for the Quakers. Jordan Blackburn, 1-1, Emma Lady, 1-1 in the first half of play. And the lone goal, it came very early, 4:30 into this contest here today. It was Anna Wallhauser, and she picks up the goal, assisted by Abby McCullough. as McCullough celebrating her senior day here today with a 1 assist so far. That has been it, as this one a very close one early in a very low-scoring affair, 1-0 here at halftime. Second half action is coming up in just a few moments. We get a chance. We'll come back and tell you what's happening around the world of sports coming up in a little bit. Stay right there. This is Earlham Women's Soccer right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of the serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation, and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
Back once again here at Matlack Messer Stadium as we are down to the last 45 minutes. The home schedule of the Earlham women here today, leading at 1-0. Of course, another busy night in sports. Game 2 of the World Series is coming up later this evening. The Dodgers and the Red Sox. That is an 8:09 start time. Red Sox win it last night 8-4 in Game 1. All kinds of NBA action going on tonight as well. The Pacers will be on the road at San Antonio. That game will tip off at 8:30. Dallas is on the road at Atlanta. Brooklyn is at Cleveland. The Heat home against the Knicks. Minnesota's at Toronto. Charlotte traveling to Chicago. It's Utah, Houston, Philadelphia will be at Milwaukee. The Lakers in Phoenix. Memphis, Sacramento, and Washington will take on the Warriors out in Oakland. And in the NHL tonight, 4 games. Toronto's at Winnipeg, Florida at the Islanders to take on New York. It's Tampa Bay at Colorado, and Vancouver is at Vegas. That is a look at sports this afternoon and tonight. And when we come back in just a few moments, we will have the second half between the Quakers as well as the Yellow Jackets on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. It's Earlham 1, Defiance 0. This is Earlham Women's Soccer and Radio Troy Digital Sport.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
We got this.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994. For over a century, Richmond Power & Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, they are advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. Richmond Power & Light provides reliable, low-cost energy and technology services in a customer-focused, environmentally responsible, safety-conscious manner. Richmond Power & Light. Together we make powerful partners.
We check them better. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle is fully inspected and reconditioned by ASE and factory-trained technicians. And each Better Buy vehicle comes with a Carfax vehicle history report, so you know you can buy a vehicle with confidence. We back them better with a 3-day satisfaction guarantee. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified comes with a 3-day or 300-mile satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it within that 3 days or 300 miles, just bring it back and we'll exchange it for a vehicle of equal value. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. We price them better. We have dedicated individuals searching the entire country for the highest quality, lowest price vehicles for our inventory. In today's competitive market, we're constantly monitoring vehicle values to ensure that we're offering the best prices possible. We guarantee that every Wetzel Better Buy vehicle is the highest quality used car or truck around. Our reconditioning process guarantees that you are getting a vehicle as close to brand new as possible, and our warranties back that up.
Summit Computer Systems is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware service, support, design services, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and more. Summit Computers, 1427 Chester Boulevard in Richmond. Give them a call at 939-2120. Are you looking for the right place to work out? A place where you have several choices and can have fun at the same time? Well, that place is right here in Richmond, Family Fitness Works. Family Fitness Works has spinning, Zumba, kickboxing, core works, kick fit, body pump, body flow, and much, much more. And don't forget, Family Fitness Works also has Richmond's most extensive free weights and Nautilus in the area. Check out their website at familyfitness.com or stop by at 213 North 3rd Street in Richmond.
At Earlham College, we don't see the world as a project.
We see it as our purpose.
We are always exploring,
always collaborating,
always focused on improving the world. Earlham College,
always moving forward.
Finding just the right used car can be a daunting task unless you shop at Tony's Car Sales in Richmond. Hi, this is Troy Naragowski. I can guarantee you one thing. Tony's professional staff will help you every step of the way without all that pressure of buying a new car. Hey, I bought my last 2 cars from Tony's, and it has been a great experience every time. Tony's has lots of one-owner cars, SUVs, and trucks ready for you today. Tony's Car Sales, 250 National Road West in Richmond. Mendenhall's True Value in Richmond is your local source for the things you need at home or your business every day. Everything from hardware, tools, carpet cleaner rentals, window and screen repair, lawn and garden supplies, as well as hunting and fishing licenses. It's all in one place at Mendenhall's True Value Hardware, right around the corner at 125 Southwest 5th Street in Richmond. Give them a call for more information at 962-4842.
We are ready for the second half as both teams back out. In fact, Quakers a little bit late getting out from halftime, but a quick word with head coach Chad Harden. and he's got his team ready to go as the Quakers will attack from left to right here in the second half. Defiance getting together. You see right there just past midfield. They're getting their last instructions in, and we're ready to go here in the second half of play. Final home game, the seniors have been honored today, Lydia Harvey and Abby McCullough. Right before the start of today's matchup, both again honored here by Earlham College. And Defiance will have the opening kick to begin the second half of play. And boy, the Yellow Jackets, I think, have played much better today than perhaps many anticipated, especially on offense, as they've come up with a couple of opportunities where they very well could have had a 2-1 lead here in the second half. Both teams ready to go. The clock has started, and we are underway. Always about how you finish a half and how you start a half, and both teams, again, with Defiance finishing strong, I think, in that first half. Quakers better be ready here in the second half of play. Madras on the right of the 18, deep in the corner. There is Emma Jones for the Quakers on defense, able to stop the attack as Emma Lady will send it ahead. Ball gets by Yana Miller, who is starting the second half. And much of what we saw in the first half, ball going back and forth, and many times didn't see clean possessions either way. So let's see if the two teams will do better here in the second half, playing more control soccer as the Quakers have a player down. Looks like she's going to be okay as that ball is sent again into the Defiance half and cleared to the near side, but it does not get out of bounds. Here's Whitney Webb on the near side. Webb tried to advance it. It goes out of play, and here's Harvey now on the throw-in for the Quakers. Wallhauser tried the redirect header, nothing that time as Harvey sends it back to midfield. Quakers back across again as Blackburn will have it in the Defiance half. Here is Miller again for the Quakers, unable to keep that possession. And we'll see the ball come back out toward midfield. Here on the near side, that's Harvey. Harvey with the right leg looking for Wallhauser. Wallhauser battling it one-on-one with Malia Ferry. It'll go out of play. Ferry the last to touch it. And back over once again to the Quakers on a throw-in. This will be Harvey, the senior out of Philadelphia. Miller just outside the 18. Miller advancing with the right leg, and that's going to be high and over the goalpost as Cassidy Weiss had pretty good position. The ball struck just a little bit too hard as it goes out of play, and it'll go back over again to the Yellow Jackets. So the Quakers, their first real good opportunity here. And nice to see Yana Miller. Like to get her going here at the end of the year. She's been in a little bit of a slump over the last couple of matches. Coach Harden getting her the start here in the second half, hoping to add a little more offense. Playing midfield once again. Beal able to get it to her teammate Welsh. Quakers cross the midfield line and then come back and set it up. Harvey, nothing there, goes to Doyer. Doyer taking a long look this time now to her teammate Welsh in a little triangle game to the near side. Goes out of play. Wallhauser unable to keep it in play, and a quick throw in here for the Yellow Jackets. Good ball handling there by Webb. No one there to pass to those. The Quakers again defensively have Harvey back along with Doyer, and will go back to midfield. Takeaway here by the Yellow Jackets on the ground attack to the far side. Boy, big time hit. Emma Jones just laying out one of the Defiance players. That was number 16, Shingler, who went down. No whistle on the play as the ball again will go out of bounds and back over to the Yellow Jackets. Officials let them play through that last hit by the Quakers. As the throw-in once again, there is Emma Jones and a whistle. That'll go against the Yellow Jackets. Back to the Quakers, back in offense, leading it 1-0 here in the second half. Emma Lady once again, I think she's played the entire match so far. Miller on the far sideline, trying to work it by the defender, and it goes out of play. Miller unable to keep it in bounds. Another throw-in here for the Yellow Jackets. And we mentioned earlier they had Ferry on the throw-in. That has since stopped, and they've let Shingler do it over the last several possessions. Past midfield, Quakers again the stop on the Defiance attack. And on the ground, near side, should say far side, will be Madras. Madras looking back to the inside, and it goes out of play. Last touched by Abby McCullough. And for the Yellow Jackets, they will have a corner. Boy, everybody stacked right inside the goalie box. On this corner, nice ball, and a little bit short, and it goes out of play, and it was McCullough who went down just outside the goalpost to the right. McCullough a little slow getting up as she's favoring that left leg, and the Quakers will have a goal kick here for Raven McCree. Wasn't a bad ball that time, but the Quakers able to defend it well on the right side of that upright. And again, it was Abby McCullough who was able to get in position on that side. And so now the Quakers, with the clock now under 40 minutes, we're over 5 minutes in to the second half. Quakers then able to advance it. Good takeaway. And again, the Yellow Jackets inside the 18. A little chip shot knocked down by Raven McCree off the right leg of Madras. Good job by McCree. Good position. Ball back again near midfield. Boy, every once in a while you see a player catch a piece of the pitch here today, and it's been very dry, and you'll see the dust come up. It's a hard field again today, and makes it a little bit quicker to play on. As again, we'll see another goal kick here by McCree. Raven likes to use that free kick on the left side as she places the ball down, and we'll take a look to see what might be available, and she's going to play it safe in the corner to Harvey. The only thing you don't like about that play is you have a player like Blake Newman, who started the second half. He's a very savvy veteran player, a junior, able to come up and force the action, and the ball will go out of bounds, and the Quakers will give up the possession. A throw-in on the near side for Ferry, and once again the Yellow Jackets able to play it. Here's Webb. Webb back to the inside, right leg hook, and it's inside the 18, just above the box, and eventually knocked out of play. Quakers got some help defensively by Emma Jones, but we'll have a corner once again for the Yellow Jackets. And everybody for the Quakers that you can think of defensively, and they're trying to make sure that Raven McCree will have all the help she will need. Here again, a corner from the left side. Ball is going to be hit short, gets inside the 18. Quakers there defensively, especially McCullough once again, and the ball goes out of bounds here on the near side. One more time, back over now to the Quakers. We'll go back on the counterattack. So another corner for the Yellow Jackets. They come up empty, and boy, going down hard that time, Wallhauser, the foul called against Furco. Wallhauser, though, quickly bouncing back as he'll go back on the offensive end for the Quakers, and this will be Harvey who will now put it in play. Coming up on the 36-minute mark here in the second half, last home match for the Quakers before they finish it out on the road at Manchester on Saturday. Again, the counterattack here for the Yellow Jackets. Doyer, good physical play by Doyer. The Quakers get a takeaway. Here's Beal. Beal unable to clear it away. Here's Furco. Furco knocked down again by Doyer. And there is Lydia Harvey on the backside, the senior out of Philadelphia. Ball just to the top of the 18 as we continue to go back and forth. No possession, at least clean possession either way, as both teams just kind of swiping at the ball when they get a chance. Doyer again will send it out toward midfield. Hey, good job there by Wallhauser as she simply blocked off Ferry from the ball. goes back into the Defiance half and resent back the other way. Here come the Yellow Jackets. They have a chance now. Just to top of the 18, Doyer with the left leg, able to clear it to the far side once again. And we'll stay back toward midfield. Miller there for the Quakers, and she's looking for her teammate on the far side. As Emma Lady there for the Quakers unable to catch up with it, it'll go back over again to the Yellow Jackets here in the second half. Ball put back in play on the throw-in. Quakers with Jordan Blackburn will tap it ahead, and I think we may have another offsides, and that's going to be, number 8 on the Quakers. 7 in the first half. That's their first offsides here in the second half. So the Yellow Jackets will go back on offense. They've, again, looked pretty good here in the second half, getting in position, just unable to finish it off as they actually played the Quakers very well here this afternoon for a team that really doesn't score a whole lot. And though they've got a 0 on the board right now, they've had a couple of chances as they'll put it back in play to midfield, redirected twice. And for the Quakers, there is Blackburn. Beal was in the middle, and again, we're just going to go back and forth around the circle. Header by Perry, trying to send it at least into the attacking third if she can, but is taken away by Welsh across midfield. Miller gets held. No whistle there as Maddie Brown able to grab the Quaker on the attack, and now we have a whistle, and that's going to go against the Quakers. That may have been Yana Miller, but Miller, boy, she got grabbed by Maddie Brown, and it was a blatant grab. And then they turn around and get Yana Miller back the other way. So after the foul call, the Yellow Jackets will go back on offense. Down 1-0 here in the second half. Line drive kick again. It stayed along the ground, and it'll be Oglesby. Quakers send it back again to midfield off the right leg of Furco, and here is Blackburn. Emma Lady looking to attack back to the middle. The angle was there. The pass knocked down by Sedich and knocked back to the far sideline yet one more time where the Quakers have a throw-in. Here is Yana Miller. Miller playing more to the outside with Beal. Beal got a shove from behind. Beal to the middle. This one is going to be hit well to the right side, but not struck very well and coming out. Nice play by Cassidy Weiss. That may have been a pass there by Lydia Harvey, who was looking for her teammate Wallhauser coming down the middle, but give credit there for Weiss to stay in position to dive down and also pick up the ball right in front of Wallhauser. Otherwise, Quakers, they miss a chance here in the second half. Header again by Harvey, back toward the middle. It'll be Welsh. Welsh was looking ahead, her teammate Emma Lady to the far side. Quakers then able to advance it there, and it'll stay in the Earlham half. Here's Furco. Furco back to the middle, at least the attempt. Furco gets by Beal. Furco trying to set herself up, and for the Quakers, there is Doyer, and she will find Harvey down on the end, and it's still alive. Ball will stay in play just outside the 18 to the near side. Now it'll be Ferry out front as it gets by Wallhauser. Ferry, the quick throw-in. Good look at Webb. Webb battling a one-on-one there against Beal, and the Quakers will give it up one more time. Pass intended on the near side by Harvey. We are coming up on the 31-minute mark here in this one as the Quakers hold on to a 1-0 lead and throw in once again by the Yellow Jackets. That one struck well, and he'll take one bounce and land in the awaiting arms of Raven McCree. And the Quakers try to get it out quickly again to the far side. Emma Lady able to tap it forward as on the backside there for the Yellow Jackets, Maddie Brown. Ball will head toward the sideline. Brown again unable to keep it in play. And for the Quakers, get a ball here real quick, and they're going to have a throw-in. This will be Emma Jones. Jones looking for Yana Miller, and it'll be knocked down, and a takeaway for the Yellow Jackets by Oglesby. Sends it into the Earlham end on the backside, McCullough. Earlham unable to clear it away. This one again to the 18, and there is Raven McCree, who will wait for this one just in front of the streaking Blake Newman, who is coming in from the right side for the Yellow Jackets. Doyer there outside the 18, and Earlham again able to bring it down. Here's Harvey. Harvey tried to advance it. Either Beal or Wallhauser eventually goes out of play off of Whitney Webb of Defiance. Now the Quakers will find Doyer back toward the middle. Boy, got to be careful right here. The Quakers need to take care of it. A little better spacing now and try to advance that ball. And you can tell Defiance has kind of played a little bit closer on defense, trying to get a quick takeaway and perhaps tie this thing up here in the second half. Harvey, the throw-in, finds Miller. Miller had a defender behind her in Sedich. As the ball again goes back and forth, Miller there, and the ball eventually is a steal there by Ferry, who looks back to the middle. For the Quakers, Doyer, along with Aaron Welsh, sends it high in the air, and attempting to get the redirect was Emma Lady, unable to catch up on that one. Defiance on the ground attack on the far side goes nowhere, and eventually out of play as it went by Jordan Blackburn for the Quakers. And Earlham again will have a throw-in. Emma Jones looking for Emma Lady, and another ball that will go out of play, and the Quakers will have yet one more throw-in. And they'll leave it up now to Emma Jones. Jones, good distance on this ball intended for Miller. She can't come up with it. The Yellow Jackets with the takeaway, but they, too, unable to advance as that went off the back of Blackburn. And the Yellow Jackets will have a throw-in right in front of their own bench. Emma able to return that one as, again, we'll just kind of see that ball go back and forth, and Defiance unable to keep it again as Oglesby trying that ground attack to the right side. Nothing there. Quakers will have Jones again with the throw-in intended for Blackburn. And we've just stayed right about this area most of these 3 or 4 possessions. And this time for the Yellow Jackets, it'll be a throw-in for Shingler. For the Quakers, there is Jones. Jones all the way to the end line will shade the ball against Lauren Perry to make sure Perry cannot get a takeaway. And we'll see another goal kick here by Raven McCree. Under the 28-minute mark. Quakers holding on 1-0. In fact, a little surprised the Quakers haven't been able to put more on the board here today against a Defiance team that's giving up over 3 goals per game this season. They played the Quakers relatively even in every statistical category today, except the one that is really glaring is the amount of offsides against the Quakers this afternoon. 7 in the first half and 1 here in the second half. Quakers have again, goal kick by McCree, who this time will set it up on the left side of the goalie box. We were 4 minutes in when that goal was scored in the first half. It has been an offensive struggle ever since for both these teams. Quakers throw-in intended for Miller. Miller unable to keep up with that one as it is quickly taken away by the Yellow Jackets. There's a redirect again, but Earlham having nothing with that offensive possession by the Yellow Jackets, and they're quickly able to take it away. And we'll go to the far side here with Welsh, and Earlham with the possession in midfield. Here's Miller playing behind again, as that'll be Maddie Brown there for the Yellow Jackets. Miller trying to look back toward the middle. Pass was intended for Wallhauser, cleared again into the Earlham end by the Yellow Jackets. And here's Newman. Newman looking to the right side. No, is a good effort there by Emma Jones to knock that one away. And pass intended one more time for the Quakers, Emma Lady. Blackburn will have a throw-in, but we have a change as Yana Miller coming out, and back into the lineup will be Emily Bessard. So again for Blackburn, short throw-in, Beal back to Blackburn. Quakers looking toward the middle as this one lifted in the air, and trying to run it down will be Wallhauser, and we have yet another offside. So that's going to be 9 unofficially for the Quakers. Again, 2 here in the second half. And I don't remember the last time we have seen one team with that many offsides in just one half, and we still have another 25 minutes to play. Ball sent to the far side. Here's Defiance again. Madras trying to advance it, cannot do so. Quakers with a throw-in. And Emma Jones has been busy today with the amount of throw-ins. Emma Lady on the sideline. She along with Oglesby of Defiance. Both unable to keep it in play, and now the Quakers back on the counterattack. Here's Wallhauser looking toward the middle. Will strike that one with the right leg, but waiting for it is Cassidy Weiss. That was a deep ball that time by Wallhauser. Quakers going to have to work that ball back in a little closer position-wise. Battle for the loose ball on the near side. Webb able to win that war against Lydia Harvey. Quakers come away with it, though. And now to the near side. Ball centered. Quickly knocked down outside the 18 and returned now by Maddie Brown into the Earlham half. There's Newman again for the Yellow Jackets. The redirect header, waiting that one to come back to her is Raven McCree, who will put it into the Defiance half, and we'll go back to midfield. Doyer looking ahead to her teammate Beal. And coming up Ferry to clear this one deep into the corner, and will go out of play. So the Quakers back on offense here in the second half. Neither team doing much offensively so far in this second half of play, as we're getting very close to the 23-minute mark. Quakers had one opportunity that was nullified thanks to Cassidy Weiss. Quakers back on offense. Of course, it was very, very close, and the nice pass from Harvey intended for Wallhauser coming right down the middle in the box against Weiss. Was able to jump on top of that loose ball in front of Wallhauser before the Quakers were able to go up 2-0. Line drive kick back to midfield once again. Nothing there for the Quakers to gain possession. There's Blackburn back to the inside. Lead pass intended for Wallhauser. And coming out to receive that one right at the top of the 18 will be the keeper, Cassidy Weiss, once again, who's so far giving up just the one goal here this afternoon. Ball will go out of play, and wisely Emma Jones, knowing it was touched by the Yellow Jackets, will let it go out of play. Earlham trying to advance. Here's Beal with a takeaway, looking to the middle. Tapping it will be Furco. The Quakers will now go behind and attack from there. Here's Beal. Beal to the sideline. There for the Quakers, Bessard. It goes back again toward the Yellow Jackets in the middle. They get the takeaway. And the Quakers come back with Beal one more time as she's looking ahead to Bessard. Bessard able to keep this one down. Looking to the outside. Bessard, no offsides this time. Bessard with a right leg, and that's going to bounce right into the awaiting arms of Cassidy Weiss yet one more time. That's a pretty deep ball there for Bessard. Quakers have tried that twice here in the second half with no luck, as we'll see the Yellow Jackets getting inside the 18, but too hard to the left and out of play, as Defiance unable to do anything with it on this possession. Back over to the Quakers. Change now for the Yellow Jackets. We will see They have a new player coming in. That's Kiana Carpenter, I believe, who wears number 5. She's listed as a goalkeeper at number 1 when she's in goal, but number 5 when she is out in the field. So Carpenter is into the lineup. Quakers come back with Esther Mano. Mano, just a sophomore midfielder. So the Quakers get a chance to bring some players off their bench now here in the second half. Oglesby able to get away with a little shove against Emma Lady as the Quakers to the counterattack. Here's Bissard. Ferry on the near side. That apparently touched Bissard, but they're going to make the Yellow Jackets back it up. They had about a 15-yard advantage when they were ready to go with that throw-in. So now Ferry looking for teammate Newman. Newman inside the 18, cleared out by the Quakers' Abby McCullough. And this will be tapped in the air, and it goes in. Yellow Jackets get on the board, and it's Whitney Webb with the goal to tie this one at 1 apiece. Well, I thought Raven was going to be able to bring that one down, but she was unable to do so, and so the Yellow Jackets tie this contest at 1-1, and we still have 19:39 remaining. And there's the start of your clock here in the remainder of this one. So now the Quakers need to find a way to come back. And the goal again by Whitney Webb, the junior out of Troy, Ohio. Ball sent back again into the Earlham half, and it will go out of play. And another goal kick here by Raven McCree. Almost reminded you of the near goal in the first half in which Raven let that one slip behind her. And it was called off. It was a ball that had gone right between her legs and almost looked like it had crossed the line, but the official said it did not, and that negated the first opportunity for the Yellow Jackets. They had another one go off the upright on the left as the Quakers a takeaway on the sideline, looking toward the middle again. Here's Wallhauser. And now for Defiance, they've only won 2 matchups this year, and both of those games have been won in the HCAC. They're hoping to hold on to 7th place in the standings. Of course, depending on what Anderson does, they could eventually even go up past Anderson into 6th place. Same thing would go for the Quakers as Emma Lady on the redirect. Here's Beal. Beal cutting to the inside. Wallhauser is there. And we have a whistle. And this one will go against the Yellow Jackets. Quakers will have a free kick from the spot of the foul. Abby McCullough will come up and do the kick now for the Quakers. She'll have Emma Lady to the outside, and a good strike by McCullough in the box. And Quakers have Beal there, and also there for Earlham was Wallhauser. And there were a lot of bodies right in front of Cassidy Weiss. And Quakers nearly got the lead back with just over 17 minutes remaining here in the second half. Goal kick this time as Weiss will give those duties to Maddie Brown. Yellow Jackets back in the Earlham half, and again Earlham will send it back to Defiance, and ball goes out of bounds. Esther Mano there for the Quakers. Mano ended up sending one of the Yellow Jacket players. I think they're going to get Shingler. In fact, they've turned it back over to Shingler on the throw-in. And so Defiance looking to the counterattack as that throw-in will find Newman. Stays out of bounds as the throw-in again by the Yellow Jackets intended for Newman on the right sideline. Newman able to come back out again. Newman coming off the bench today for the Yellow Jackets has been a spark on their offense, but they're unable to advance it again as we'll see McCullough there for the Quakers, and eventually will go out of play. Here's Emma Jones on the throw-in. There is Emma Lady, unable to bring that one down. It will stay with the Quakers as Aaron Welsh. Near side, Harvey back to the middle, intended for Beal. And a takeaway, but Earlham right there again with a takeaway of their own. Here's Mano on the far side. Quakers need to work it back toward the middle. Nothing, as a foul will be called against the Yellow Jackets. Emma Lady going down. That'll be Oglesby on the foul. So the Quakers a free kick as we're down to the final 15 minutes in regulation. See if Earlham can pick up a goal here pretty quick and then put the pressure back on the Yellow Jackets. Here's Beal. That will be hit to the right. Another offsides on the Quakers. Bessard tried to wait for it but couldn't. That'll be number 10 now on Earlham here this afternoon. And another goal, or another, should say, kick here, a free kick off the offsides as Cassidy Weiss will leave that up to Maddie Brown again, who sends it into the Earlham half. Fighting for the loose ball, Harvey. McCree will bring that one down and send it back once again. That is Beal at midfield. Wallhauser trying to redirect it down the middle, and again for the Yellow Jackets, they send it back into the Earlham end, and McCullough will protect her keeper McCree, especially with Blake Newman coming just down the middle from behind, and there's another foul. Mano, I think, is going to get called on that one. That's a pretty easy call there as the Yellow Jackets see Shingler go down. And so we will have a free kick again for the Yellow Jackets. Tied at 1 here in the second half. Defiance in the attacking third, but no one in position to get the loose ball, and Earlham able to come away with it. Ball intended here for Bessard, unable to get that possession. A throw-in for the Quakers. Here's Harvey going one-on-one against Kiana Carpenter. And another throw-in now for Ferry. Under 13 minutes remaining. Which one of these two teams will jump out in front as Welsh able to clear that one out of play, but we have a corner again for the Yellow Jackets, so they have an opportunity right here to go up 2-1. This looks like it'll be Newman on the free kick line drive, and boy, nice redirect as Earlham's defense with McCullough. And the Quakers trying to run this one down in midfield. That one took a weird spin back toward the middle. And that'll be Sedic sending that one to the far side. And Earlham is there as Jones will watch it go out of play. Another throw-in, and Earlham trying to go back on the counterattack. Here's Emma Lady. Mano may have gotten away with another shove as that ball comes loose. Anybody's ball right at the moment. And there is Sedic once again, sending it back to midfield. Emma Lady able to knock that one down. Looking for Mano up the left sideline. Mano ain't able to come up with this one. It'll be knocked out of play. And that's going to be Maddie Brown there for the Yellow Jackets. Quick throw in for the Quakers. Here's Beal. And now it's Emma Lady. Can't get to it in time. Sedic once again back to midfield, and now just outside the 18. Here's Wallhauser. Wallhauser, and scores. Quakers come back and get the go-ahead goal, and Wallhauser scores for the second time here this afternoon. Well, Weiss ended up getting out of position for the Yellow Jackets, and once she committed, that was all she wrote for the Defiance keeper, as Weiss giving up her second goal of the day. And how about Wallhauser? So now the Quakers come back and take a 2-1 lead, and we're just at the 11-minute mark now here in the second half. And if you're the Yellow Jackets, they're really going to have to pick it up again. And for the Quakers, they don't want to give up anything cheap here in the remaining 10-plus minutes of this second half. Throw in for the Quakers at midfield. This is Emma Lady looking for Wallhauser. Yellow Jackets able to return it to midfield for the Quakers. Welsh. There is Beal, unable to come down with it, but Welsh takes a little shove from behind by Lauren Perry, and Perry will kick it out of bounds. Thing is, for the Yellow Jackets, they've got to keep a possession and try to get themselves in scoring position instead of just turning and kicking. It's benefiting the Quakers, though, here, and will do so if they continue to play that way the rest of this second half. Here's Bissard to the near side. Bissard back to the inside. Nice maneuver to the right leg. Bissard with the nice ball, and that one just over the top of the goal. That's a nice play by Bissard. Well, that cut back to the outside was an ankle breaker. Quakers will make a change. Coming into the lineup will be Samantha Sandrowski, Sandrowski at a crown point. Goal kick here by the Yellow Jackets, and time continues to tick away here for Defiance. Quakers trying to snap a 3-match losing streak and head into their last matchup against Manchester and try to even their overall record at 8-8 on the season. That'll go against the Quakers. Zendrowski trying to return it back to midfield. And a free kick once again for the Yellow Jackets. Good ball again by Maddie Brown inside the 18. Quakers trying to position themselves to get it out of there. They eventually do, thanks to Erin Welsh. But we'll have another opportunity for the Yellow Jackets as they will have yet one more corner here today. And on this corner will be Whitney Webb. Coming up on 8 minutes remaining. And Webb's going to change it off. She, along with her teammate Oglesby, tried to play it safe, and there's a takeaway by Beal. Well, that's a wasted corner there for the Yellow Jackets. Wallhauser looking ahead, cannot advance it. Sedic is there for the Yellow Jackets on the takeaway and the counterattack. Beal there, trying to work that sideline against Sedic. Good ball down the sideline, just outside the 18. Now McCullough goes down. She got hit from behind. Blake Newman was there. And looks like we may have, well, we're waiting for McCullough to tie her shoe. Another corner. Now we wait and see if they'll do what they did last time. Webb is there. Oglesby is there, but Webb this time will go ahead and take the corner herself. Inside the 18, McCreed jumps on top of that one, right inside the box and right in front of Furco. That was a little too close. But Raven again with the save, and this ball sent back toward midfield. Quakers need to play this ball as much as they can in the Defiance half of the turf. And the Quakers have a player go down, but guess who? On the near side, Bissard. Bissard trying to jockey for position with that left forearm, try to put it back toward the middle. She, along with Malia Ferry, were battling inside the 18. Couple of changes again. We'll see into the lineup for Defiance. Madras will come in. She wears number 4. The Quakers will have a corner, and this will be done by Wallhauser. So Wallhauser will now take a look to see how the Quakers will play this one. Ball into the 18, still loose and just above the box, and finally cleared out by Perry. So now the Yellow Jackets trying to go on the counterattack. Good job by McCullough, sending it deep. Wallhauser on the right of the 18, looking toward the middle. Beal is there. It went by Beal and eventually will go out of bounds. Boy, more time will come off the clock against the Yellow Jackets again as they're trying to advance the ball, and Quakers able to stop it again at around midfield. Another goalie kick by the Yellow Jackets. Brown, not a very good kick as she has had in the previous couple of goalie kicks. Beal goes down. Here come the Yellow Jackets playing more aggressive, and they know they need to get one pretty quick. Far side to Webb. Webb just outside the 18. There on defense will be Jones. Webb draws the double team. Now feeds it back out front, and the Yellow Jackets will try to reset it again. That one sent toward the middle off the right leg of Webb. Quakers trying to get it out of the 18. They will. There is McCullough again on the backside. Here on the left of the 18, Madras. And good job defensively by Lydia Harvey. Coming up on the 4-minute mark here in the second half of play as that ball will be out of bounds on the near side. Neither team able to advance it as Wallhauser will have that one go out of play. And we're coming up on the 4-minute mark. Quakers able to double team, get the takeaway. Harvey. Quakers again back to the middle on defense, top of the 18. That one struck and knocked away by Aaron Welsh, and this one high in the air. 50-50 ball, and Emma Lady trying to find it as well as Beal, and Beal with the possession now on the ground attack. Nice dribble up the left sideline. Will get it into the Defiance half. Exactly what the Quakers need to do right here. Beal looking back to the middle, cuts to the outside, finds her teammate. That time on the left-footed strike by number 18, Emma Lady. The return now by Cassidy Weiss. Ball to the outside. No one there, though, for Blake Newman. And time is going to be called. So the official wanting them to add time on the clock. So 3:10 now remaining. Emma Lady will come out of the lineup maybe for the first time today. And now we'll start play once again. So just over 3 minutes remaining in this one. Both teams jockeying for the ball as Miller back in for the Quakers. Yana got the start in the second half, now back in for Earlham. Throw in here by the Quakers. Quickly knocked out of bounds as Defiance being aggressive around the throw-in, trying to gain the possession. If they can get a quick, fast break going, maybe beat the Quakers back in their own end. There's Miller blocking out the defender. Now it'll be Beal trying to find Miller again. Will go off the leg of Shingler. And yet, Quakers another throw-in. Deep in the corner, here is Miller. Miller just wisely stopping the ball as she, along with Beal, able to use some clock right here. The Quakers, 3 different players down in the corner, and they will have, I think they ended up calling that one out of bounds. If it was not, it might have been another offsides. Nonetheless, it'll go back over to the Yellow Jackets, and here's Maddie Brown. Line drive kick, cannot get it by Miller. Brown and Miller collide, and then Brown shoving Miller down. That'll be a quick and easy foul against the Yellow Jackets. Down to 1:40 remaining in this one. Quakers get 2 goals today by Wallhauser. 1 again coming late here in the second half. And Miller will have a kick from the spot of the foul, and she's going to just let her teammate Blackburn come over and tap it back to her. Quakers just need to play this one and run out the final minute. Defiance, knowing they're going to have to come up and take a chance as Miller goes by 2 defenders. Miller inside the 18. Miller still trying to gain possession, has all kinds of defenders around her, and we have another whistle. And this will go back over to the Yellow Jackets. Now question is, can the Quakers defend well enough? And I think we've got a time here. At least the official has stopped the clock. And now we'll start it again after a brief stoppage, and the Quakers, there is Wallhauser with the takeaway. Wallhauser looking for the hat trick. Wallhauser back to the cut in the inside. Ball comes loose, top of the 18, sent all the way back past midfield. Doyer there, down to 23 seconds remaining. Maybe one more chance here for the Yellow Jackets. Outside the 18. That is Newman trying to find an opening, cannot do so. There is the takeaway by Beal, and the Quakers are going to win this one here this afternoon. They are going to snap a 3-match losing streak. Here, the final score, Earlham on top of Defiance, that final 2-1. Quakers with the win are now 2-6 in the conference. Defiance will fall to 2-6. Quakers now 8-8 and can finish above the 500 mark coming up on Saturday when they travel to Manchester for a 1 o'clock start time. All the stats and much more on the Earlham website, gorlam.com, of today's matchup. Your final score again, Earlham 2 and Defiance 1. Thanks for being with us. This has been Earlham Women's Soccer and Radio Troy Digital Sports.